Hey guys, welcome back. So you might have seen in the news today that Microsoft launched a suite of Copilot for Office 365 apps and as well as business processes. So in this one, we will be covering uh, Office 365 for productivity apps for non-business. So this is for personal use, which you would be using day to day. How you can use Copilot for your use cases. So um, as per their presentation today, this is useful for business processes, multi-turn conversational search, as well as software developers, and Copilot for work. So the idea here is the large language model, which is your OpenAI's ChatGPT, Microsoft Graph, which is your data, which are your files, OneDrive, and any other data that resides in your Windows and other platforms. That's what it's gonna look up, or SharePoint, any other places. It's gonna pick up that data. And Office 365 apps or your Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or any of it, any of the Office 365 apps. So it combines a large language model with your data in Microsoft Graphs and apps and turns your request into powerful productivity tool. How they are going to do that, we are going to look in the next presentation. So this is how it works. So in Copilot, you will provide a prompt requesting what you want, and Microsoft uses that prompt to connect to the graph and optimize the results back to you. And this process is termed as pre-processing, and the process of Copilot looking up the graph, it's called grounding. And according to Microsoft, grounding improves the quality of the prompt to help you provide you with answers which are relevant and actionable. And grounding then makes it so the then Copilot takes the modified prompt and then passes it to the large language model. And after that's done, then LLM would provide a response back to the Copilot, and it's gonna then grounding is then gonna query the graph again to better optimize the results, and this is termed as post processing. And after this is done, then the Copilot returns the response back to the user and the app command which requested the prompt. So that's how this sequence is gonna work. And we are looking at each individual ones later on, but here I'll just provide you a snapshot of what how you can use it in each of the Office 365 apps. So what they claim is with uh, um, Copilot, you would be able to unlock 90% of Office 365 features which are not being used. So currently, as per Microsoft, the data they have, only 10% of the features are being used by majority of the people. The rest 90% of the features are not used, or they are not aware how to use them. And Copilot unlocks it, making the Word more creative, Excel more analytical, PowerPoint more expressive, making you more productive in Outlook, and making you more collaborative in Teams. And there is also it meets the Microsoft AI principle, which is security, compliance, privacy, and responsible AI, making it enterprise ready. And there is also business chat, which is how Microsoft claims you can use it with business. So I would be covering that later. That's not part of this personal Copilot series, so I'm not covering that right here. And this is basically, let's see how we can use this in your Outlook. So you are planning to plan a graduation party. So first thing you're going to say is you're going to launch Copilot here, ready to help. And in Copilot, you basically list down whatever you want. So you're going to just list a graduation party for 10 or 20 people here, and then it's going to create an initial draft Then you can edit, insert, or ask others to share pictures, or if you have pictures in your OneDrive, look it up and add it. If you think it's too long, too wordy, these are some of the prompts Microsoft provides. You can make it short, which is concise. You can make it medium. You can make it medium, or you can also change the working style. So if you are sending a professional email, you can make it professional. If you are sending it to a friend or any family members, the tone can change. So that's the writing style which we wanted to talk about here. And the next one is in PowerPoint. So in PowerPoint, you can actually once you have the invitation ready in PowerPoint, you can list whatever you want, and the writing style again, whether you want it festive, sentimental, minimalist, professional, colorful, or fun, the writing style you would select it. So let me make it full screen so that it's better visible for you. And then it's gonna look up OneDrive, and OneDrive, if it's Office, then it's going to look at SharePoint, fetch all the data, and it's going to make a presentation which covers your memories, accomplishment, and advice for future. That's ready. And if you don't like any part, you can actually ask SharePoint to you can actually ask Copilot to change a specific image. It would do that. And if you want animation, you can also turn on animation to your PowerPoint. Some people might be really good with PowerPoint animations, but as per Microsoft, majority people don't use this feature. So the Copilot unlocks this feature for them. And let's go to OneNote. OneNote is another Microsoft tool. So in OneNote, if you are basically planning a birthday party, graduation party, or any other family event, you can just list what it is. Then it's gonna turn it into pages for everything the event might need, and you can also turn it into a checklist so that you can track it better. And similarly for Word, you can basically write a speech. This could be a meeting notes, so you can convert your conversations in Microsoft Teams into meeting minutes, or a threaded email conversation into a summary. So you can do all that with Copilot. And after you do this, we are looking at a sales data here. So in sales data, if you want to summarize that sales data, it's going to generate the trends for you, and you can dig deeper on any specific events. So if we basically try to ask it what contributed to the decline in sales, it's gonna do that, and it's gonna predict which part it is. And if you want better coloring for the trends, it can do that too. And if you even want to dig deeper, Copilot helps you to learn more about what action it did, and it breaks down step by step in detail here. And similarly for your Outlook, if you are flooded with emails and you don't know which one you're going to prioritize over the other, then it helps you, Copilot helps you prioritize your inbox and save some of your time reading all those emails you probably should not be reading. And similarly, it works with Outlook Mobile. So if you are going through a threaded conversations and you just need to make a quick response on the move, you can use it in Outlook Mobile too. And you can also tweak your writing style. We already looked at this in the earlier presentation. And what's also interesting is you can attach any Word, Excel, or any Office 365 apps with a Copilot in your Outlook on the move. So that's the advantage of this. And that's all I wanted to cover in the first one. And in the next video, we are going to look at short videos of each one of this function, how we can enable it. Thank you for joining.